Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the 2018 LASNAI LaxAllStars North American Invitational. It's our fourth game here at the Fieldhouse. I'm Steven Stamp. We've seen USA White and USA Blue dominate and wins, and then Thompson brothers take out a game, Glasgow Clydesiders. In this game, wearing the purple with the ball going right to left, the Rochester Bats, nearby team. Now, taking it away, wearing the gray with the black shoulder caps, big boys from Akwesasne. Was just up in Akwesasne recently for the Founders Cup. There's a low shot. Bats with possession. In this tournament, single elimination. You will continue to fight for a placement, but if you don't win, you do not advance towards the championship. A little bit of a change this year, big change this year in the format. 2-0 for big boys, but the save by the Rochester goaltender. There's a quick release, that one goes wide. Still maintaining possession. And then the shot, another save. Oh, tucking it far side, goes off the post. Penalty coming to big boys. Oh, that could be another one. Yeah, I think we've got a second one. So it's going to be a check from behind for number 3. And the first penalty was going to number 11. Neither of whom are on the roster sheet. So big boys have 4 guys out there. They've got to get someone off the floor, because it should be a 5-on-3. And now they have a man heading to the bench. So Rochester Bats with the 5-on-3 and fairly slowly heading off to that loose ball was Thompson. But big boys just running through everybody. Oh, there's a check from behind penalty, probably, or something. Yeah, we don't have no, it's just a possession call. We don't have number 2 on the roster as well, so. Sorry, the roster we've been handed is not a whole lot of help here. We do have Chris George, number 7, on. Shot goes wide, it's picked up on the far side. 12 seconds remaining on the penalties. These big boys just trying to kill as much as they can. The Bats get control. Little shovel pass ahead. That release right off the face of Mike Lazor, number 15 for big boys. So I picked up on the PA. Number 3 is James Cathers, who had the checking from behind penalty. Long outlet pass, nice catch. Going up high to track that one down was, oof. Sorry, I can't read it. He is fighting off a check. Moving pick called. It's a little overzealous by Thompson. Now too many men is the call. Bats trying to argue with Andrew Ecclestone that they didn't have too many men. He's like, no, you had 6 guys out there playing. So power play for Big Boys, and they will try to get the scoring started in this game. We're almost 7 minutes in. Nobody connecting yet. That's Jeff Shatler for Big Boys. See that, recognize that style in the Saskatchewan Rush helmet. That shot turned aside. Had a nice chat with Jeff before the game. All kinds of players. Star power all over the place. A little lack of communication there. Oh, we have the first goal of the game. Big Boys breaking the scoreless deadlock on the power play. Evan Cree out for the faceoff. Taken away, though, by John Brandt for the Bats, but Big Boys get possession. Or do they? Mike Lazor eventually does get the ball, and the Big Boys will move up into the offensive zone. There's a shot, but the rebound has scooped up the original save. The rebound is scooped up and tucked home. I believe that's James Cathers putting that one in. Picked up the second assist there, which was to Shatler. Oh, that shot by the Bats off the far post and bounces out. Got past Edmund Cathers, but couldn't find the back of the mesh. There's a chance for Shatler reaching across far side. That one's saved. Oh, and this one is perfect. Shatler takes his time. Waits for some traffic to come through and just threads it through the traffic over the shoulder just where the crossbar and post meet. Beautiful shot by Shatler to make it 3-0 for Big Boys. Ball still loose over along the far boards. Penalty coming. Is someone is fired up, and then the bit of a slap to the face. Miles Jacobs was chopping and chopping and chopping away, and then throws a bit of a punch. It's going to be a slashing call, 1 minute. Probably fortunate that's all he got. So the Bats, scoreless so far, but chance on the power play here. Bounce shot from the outside, swallowed up by Cathers. His outlet pass doesn't connect, but Schattler's able to track it down, goes to that jump, shoot, scores. Beautiful effort goal by Schattler to go and track down that ball. And then make the jump shot into the far side. And the shorthanded marker makes it 4-0 for Big Boys. Now there's a delayed penalty coming to the Rochester Bats. That'll be wiped out by the goal. The Bats will get possession. They've only got 5 seconds left on this power play. Don't think they're going to be able to get a shot off before Big Boys was back to full strength. Here comes Mikey Shea whipping in off the bench to immediately get on the forward. And off he goes, grabs the ball. He is sprinting towards the net. One defender coming back. Shea is on the run. Shoots, scores! Mike Shea in transition. Great goal. And he is fired up after that one. So 5-0, Big Boys, back-to-back goals in a hurry. Spinning behind the back, over the shoulder, whip shot attempt. But Pulver not able to find the mark, and here come Big Boys the other way. Nobody picked him up, so carrying the ball, the ball carrier just decided to take that shot. That was Sky Sunday. Schattler carrying the ball up outside their, up near the yellow lines here. We've got lots of different lines on this floor. It's the field house used for all kinds of things. You can see the thin red lines. Those are badminton courts. It's the white that we use for lacrosse, which of course is the main occupant here at this lovely Onondaga Fieldhouse. Looks like the young guns in attendance. They'll be playing a little later, and they are all dressed here on the far side watching. They have quite a team they've put together this year. There's another goal for Big Boys. Jesse Oakes from Miles Jacobs getting that one for Big Boys as they pull at 6-0. You will see some spreads in these early games. Teams are all ranked. Oh, beautiful finish. Schattler passes it across and just a brilliant touch shot just before the buzzer goes to end the first half, making it 7-0 for Big Boys. Take a quick break. We'll be back with the second half of this first round game at the LASNAI. Second half underway. The Bats will get the first possession. Face-off win by Brant. Looks like we've got Trey Adams going into net for Big Boys. That shot on the run by Bowman, turned aside. Nice wheels, but he got himself in his offside. And there's a touch shot by Jeff Shatler. Swim move, gets by the defender, sprints in. The veteran showing he's still got the wheels that made him a one-time Transition Player of the Year in the National Lacrosse League. And the touch that helped him score enough goals to actually win the Most Valuable Player that year. Back with the Calgary Roughnecks, of course, wearing that green helmet. You can see he's with the Saskatchewan Rush now. Won a championship with the Rush. Blaze White going for the, he's going to get possession. They're going to say Rochester was trapping the ball. That shot gets wide. White will track it down. Sidearm pass doesn't connect. Nothing quite connecting right now for Big Boys, but they've still got 10 seconds left on the clock, on the shot clock when they do get it. And there's a little bounce pass. It was turned aside, but it was dangerous for Cathers. He'll get it back. No look pass to the far side. Oh, that shot right in the chest of a defender. Sky Sunday let that one rip. I was mentioning that all the teams are ranked in tiers A, B, and C. There's a breakout chance. Nice hustle back by Brant. Oh, but the twister goal. What a beauty. Abe Garrow showing some wheels, and even under the back check pressure by John Brant, gets that twister off. He's pretty stoked. As he goes twister and bounces it through the 5-hole. And they get the ball for young Abe Garrow. Hand it to him on the bench. He's not sure what to do with it. He held on to it for a minute. Here's a chance, another twister attempt by Mikey Shea. That one goes wide. That's saved by the Rochester goaltender there. But again, the ball bounces out and is scooped up, this time by Miles Jacobs, as Big Boys just continuing to dominate the possession time in this game. They lead 9-0. We are 3.5 minutes into the second of two 15-minute running time halves. We have teams from many different countries here. Poland, Czech Republic, Scotland with the Glasgow Clydesiders. I think they're mostly North American guys, but Scottish side. Shatler's pass doesn't get through. The shot clock will expire. We did have a delayed penalty to the Bats. Pass is tipped away. Shatler has it back up top. And boy, we've seen all kinds of goals from Jeff Shatler today. A little overhand drift touch shot. That one's a low skipper. Again, placement more than power. It's been the MO for Jeff Shatler. Jesse Oakes and James Cathers getting the assists on that Schattler goal. So it's 4 for Schattler. Saved by Trey Adams. He'll lob a pass out over the defensive pressure. Get it ahead to Miles Jacobs. Sorry, Mike Lazor. Forecheck pressure causes the turnover. But the Bats get it right back. They're going for a run, but not a lot of purple jerseys out there ready to go, and then that pass is thrown back over center. Just a bull move going through to the net. Again, the shot off was Blaze White. Eventually, the Rochester Bats will get the ball, and then they just throw it away when play is blown back in. Shot by White comes straight back to him off the goaltender. That shot, another save. That was Jesse Oakes being turned aside there. And eventually the goalie will come up with it. 8 minutes to go here in the second half. Long outlet pass. There's a broken stick near the crease. Oh, a little sidearm shot by Jesse Oakes. Just skipped it right into an open hole to make it 11-0 for Big Boys. Over halfway through the second of two 15-minute running time periods. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the Lacrosse All-Stars North American Invitational. Bats had the ball for a moment, but it just popped loose. And James Cathers will just flick the pass up and over to Schattler. Big rebound off that shot, but it rolls back into the goaltender, who's going to loft one up. Doesn't quite connect with his target, though, and Big Boys will get the turnover. You run into that pressure as a goaltender or defender in your own end when you realize your 10-second count to get across center is running down. Sometimes you panic a bit. Sometimes you have no choice but to force a pass. That pass looked like it was going to be a shot originally. And then Dalston Day just turned it into a pass by lobbing it across to the back door, but didn't connect. Mikey Shea sets up his man. The teammate comes in to knock the ball away. There's a backdoor attempt on the 4-on-1, really, by Calvin. Crease call, so that's not going to count for Big Boys. Saved by Adams. Rochester gets the ball back. They'd like to get one in here. A little confidence boost for next game. Shovel pass ahead by Schattler. Schattler behind the back, one bouncer. Seven on the shot clock. Penalty coming now. So unsportsmanlike conduct. It was announced to the penalty box as 2 minutes each for unsportsmanlike. See if they're getting actually 2s, which would be the equivalent of 4 in regular games. Because they are the short 30-minute games, penalties, minor penalties are 1 minute each. So the Bats a little confused because, again, they play through the summer, play CLA rules or the different rules which state that with coincidental minors, there's no time showing on the clock. That shot doesn't get through. There's a save for Trey Adams. Sidearm shot and it's in. There is a goal for Cooper of the Bats. So the offsetting penalties will expire, but they have to wait in the box until there's a dead ball. Chance for the Dumbers for Rochester. One of their players, Brandt, falls down. Just caught a turf monster, or it caught him. He tumbled. Tyler Armstrong with that shot attempt, but it goes wide and gets up out of play. Rochester starting with possession. They trail 11-1 with about a minute and a half to go here in the second half. Good application of the rules there by Andrew Ecclestone. You can hear the bench for the big boys saying less than 2 minutes, too many minutes of penalty shot. But again, it's 1 minute or less than 1 minute of play, too many men results in a penalty shot, because the rule is if there's not enough time to serve the penalty in its entirety, then you get the penalty shot. And just like that, as Jetski is in net for the Bats, and he is beaten on that far side backdoor quick stick. Jesse Oakes with the goal, making it 12-1, 30 seconds ago in this game. Brandt eventually came out, kicked that ball. Hopefully he was hoping to his teammate, but he just ran out of space. And there's Jeff Schattler loading it up, drops the head of the stick and rips one, making it 13-1 final for the big boys over Rochester Bats. I'm Steven Stamp. That'll do it for this game here at the LASNAI. But there are games coming all day long for 3 days, so stay with us. Watch lots of terrific lacrosse action here at Lacrosse All-Stars North American Invitational.